G'day! In today's video I'm going to be replacing the joystick inside one of these two controllers. I think one of the two Joy-Cons. I think it's the right hand side. This part here will be getting replaced, or the part that actually detects the movement. I have replaced it once already, but with that replacement I end up using a PS4 version, which seems to be a slightly less accurate version. It jolts quite a lot. Now I've finally got my hands on there. While I'm in there, I'll also show you a decent method on how to replace this all in one motion that's relatively smooth and easy. Granted, you do require a heat gun to be able to do that. Well, not a heat gun, a hot air station that's fairly controlled. To begin with, the rest of the process to actually get in there is the same as pretty much every other DualShock 4 controller. It's just the initial method, once we get to the board, that is different. This comes off, 4 screws come out. And I will also be using another alternative little device that is used to calibrate dead center on them, which apparently is going to help with drift as well. I don't really believe it. It's never really helped me at all with it, but it has helped me put in new thumbsticks and then calibrate them to dead center so that they operate perfectly fine from there. It's weird, the factory calibration of them must be pretty poor, as nearly every single one I've installed I've had to put one of those on there to get it dead center, which, think of it, if their sole job is to produce the pots to be able to get it accurate, and the pots aren't accurate, something's pretty wrong there. There. Go. This one. Back comes off. There we go. As you see, I've already done a repair over here on this side, as it is different to this side. A little bit tricky to do. Or putting the calibrator on afterwards is a little bit tricky to do, especially if you're not used to soldering. But if you are, the method that you're going to learn here will hopefully help you be able to actually do a fair few repairs on these and keep them going. Especially with things nowadays, things aren't cheap. Things aren't nice in price. And I wouldn't want to have to spend another $100 on another controller when it's simply one of these Joy-Cons that has failed. That definitely sucks when that happens. A pair of tweezers. I'll need a soldering iron as well to take off the vibrator motors off the main board. Just lift that. Not the greatest method to get these out. There and there. Do this one. Go. Take the plastic off. As you can see, I need to get the board just out by itself. Which means I'm going to have to take off my Joy-Con calibrator, or drift fix as it is called, which doesn't really fix the drift. It makes it dead center, but doesn't really fix it. Now I'm going to use my soldering iron to take off this, take this off, and take this off. And what have we got? Black up top. This has been off once before. Black. And red. There we go. This is where it's going to be a bit more challenging. I'm just going to destroy this, I reckon. Plenty more. Granted, I could be a bit more delicate and take this off perfectly functional, but time is of the essence for me right now, so I'd much rather just brute force this off right now. Definitely stubborn. Alright. It's not pretty, but it's off. Now, what I originally came here for. 1, 2. Go, that should lift up and out like so. Next step from here, take that one off, take these off. So this is one that I replaced on this side. Gonna need to use some thermal tape, Kapton tape, and I'm gonna cover up this area over here, this connector here, some of this as well, and I'm gonna heat the hell out of this section with a hot air station, with a method that I learned from the coder, which seems to be very straightforward, and usually has some good results for me. In here. I'm fairly generous with it, but got plenty of it at the moment. Down here. Yeah, you've got to be cautious of melting these connectors. Definitely don't want to do that. Okay, along there as well. Around the connector itself. Slightly prepped up. Now from here, I want to grab my hot air station and I want to remove the end. I'm using that. Got temperature at around 300 and flow at 50. What I should be able to do is hopefully just heat up this bottom bit to pull it out. I do probably have a bit of excess solder, a bit too much solder as opposed to over here. We'll gradually heat it up to a hotter temperature. And we'll kick the flow up to about 80. Up to 80 now. Trying to direct the nozzle towards this direction of the board, just not to really do any damage on the plastic connectors. I'd rather not have it flow under the tape. And hopefully, yep, it's starting to work. I could either use a solder braid now just to pick up some of this loose solder in some of the locations here. I'll kick up the temperature just a little bit higher. 325 at 80. Hopefully. Not yet, a little bit more. I was doing this at around 400 the other day. So that might be a bit too toasty. There we go. One side. Bit hard doing this with only two hands. And underneath I am wiggling that out. Granted, if you had a board holder right now, that would make it so much simpler. For the sake of the video, I've got nothing. There we go, nearly out. I think I've just left a button behind. Yes, slightly dismantled. Some good old melted plastic under there. As you can see there. I'll hopefully put this down just quickly. Grab it and go like that. There we go. Turned into a bit of a blob by the end of it. But I should be able to do the reverse of that by heating it up. Holding it on a board, heating it up and pressing it back in. I've got my replacement one here, that's the correct version. I'll loosely line that up before I begin. This way. I get something to lean it on. Should hopefully be able to push that in. Heat it up, line it up, and rotate. There we go. So if I use a solder gun here, I should be able to use the solder sucker to clear that out, and then put in the brush. At least get the major mounts cleared. One. As I said, not the perfect way to do it, but it is a way to do it. Not looking too great there, but you get the idea anyway. Do you have this excess solder spilt over here? Grab out my soldering iron again. And just tidy that up. Not much tidying going there. Maybe just leave it. I think I'll leave that for now. But you get the idea anyway. So for now, that whole thing came out as a single piece. Where are we? We've done the correct side. So we've got a one hole here to do. But that made that job considerably easier using the scorched earth approach. That's probably how I would describe it. One, two holes to clear. Do it. Did. Didn't. There we go. Now from there, line it up, still hot to the touch, push it in, minimal drama. Slight drama. You've got to get the top hole slightly out of alignment. Going now. There we go. Pushed in. So fingers crossed this is accurate. I don't have to worry about putting the calibrator on there. But that does give you an idea on a quick method on what to do with these. From there, should be right to heat up. Just got to be careful with your soldering iron. If you're finding you're struggling to put enough heat, just do this bit of scorched earth on there. And hopefully, I think my soldering end's a bit too toasty. No, getting not much there. I crank this down a little bit. Cranking the soldering iron at the hot air station down to about 200 at 80. And hopefully, simply push. Yeah, 250. Let's try that. Yeah, this soldering tip is toast. Or more accurately, I don't even have it on at the moment. That will do it. But anyway, I'm going to solder that in and reassemble. And as you can see, that was a hell of a lot easier getting this particular out, rather than trying to destroy it, pry it, just cover it up, scorch earth it, pull it out as one. If you have a good board to hold it, you should be able to almost get a flathead screwdriver in there, just pry it straight out as one piece. Hope that bit of information helps with your controller repairs. I'm going to be using this pretty much on the DualShock 4s, 5s, Xbox controllers. Seems to work just fine for them. So give it a shot. Hope that helps. Bye. Next up is one of these. And then need a calibrators. That way. No, headed the right way to begin with. That way.
The reason I say that is because
Go.